Hello, good morning, good afternoon, and good evening to all of you out there in the world. I wanted to come on here and just talk a little bit about what it means to be unstoppable. And this has always been, and those of you who know me know it's like I am a very unstoppable human being. And I love that about who I am. And my dad taught me how to be unstoppable. He really inspired that kind of resilience in me from a very early age. And then I've had, one experience after another that has cultivated what it means to be unstoppable in my life. And I got inspired to come on and talk about what it means to be unstoppable because one of my favorite mentors, Tony Robbins, and his beautiful wife, Sage Robbins, is doing a one-day event called She's Unstoppable. And I'm so excited for it. It's coming up. I'll put a link in the information here on YouTube so you can attend. It's a free event. It's going to be amazing. I mean, anything that Tony Robbins and Sage Robbins does is incredible. I might be a little biased because, of course, that is one of my mentors, and I've done a lot of training with Tony, and my certification is through, Tony Robbins, and I'm a results coach and everything. But the reason is because I love his work, and I love his wife, Sage Robbins. So amazing. So, what does it mean to be unstoppable? You're going to learn a lot from Sage and Tony. I think maybe it's just Sage actually, and a group of women that's doing this one. She's unstoppable. I've been hanging out for this. I love Tony. We all do. But I have been specifically wanting more of Sage. The feminine is rising. She is rising. And so I'm over the moon excited, and you'll be learning a lot. But I want to tell you this incredible story that I have been through in my own personal journey. And it's a great analogy for what it means to be unstoppable. Okay. So I teach in stories just like Tony Robbins does. It's just kind of one of the things I do. And all my clients know that. Oh, sure, here she goes. She's on a story. But, I teach in stories, and there's so much in this story. So follow along, listen, because it is a good one. It's a really good one. I love this story. And the best thing about this story is that, like, it happened, it's real, and it's inspiring. So I was living in Sweden. And one of my mentors, Anna Dea Judah, she asked me if I would come to the Netherlands and help assist with chakra yoga training. And I said, yes, of course, I'd love to. I'm in Sweden anyways, so it's not a distance for me to just jump on a train and come on over to Amsterdam. Gave me an excuse to come to Amsterdam. And we were out of lockdown. And, so I went, got on a train, made myself my way to Amsterdam. And that was an amazing journey because my great grandfather is from Amsterdam. So those were my roots. And so I felt this really beautiful connection. And I'm all excited about going to this amazing retreat that our mutual friend Anita has, and helping Anadea and being part of the chakra yoga training, and assisting. And yeah, it was exciting times, right? So I got so excited that I actually left my laptop on the train and didn't realize until I had gotten off the train. And if you know about the train system in Europe, like, you can't go, hey, can you stop the train? You can't do that. Like, once the train is gone, it's gone. And then you go, oh my God, my laptop. And I knew it straight away. So then I'm like, what do I do? Because then the next train is on its way. And if I miss that train, then I don't know when the next train is. So I had to get on the next train. So I get on the next train, and I just start crying. I'm like, oh my God. And what do I do? And, some of the people on the train were like, are you okay? I'm like, I just left my laptop. And you got to understand, I'm in another country. It's not an English speaking. I mean, a lot of people do, but it's like, I'm in Europe, I'm in Amsterdam. And so this lovely man helped me and he says, oh, I can help you out. And oh, thank you. So he sent a message to the people working for the train company that this woman has left her laptop on the train. So, I had this whole team of support and help. And I was like, oh, thank goodness, this is all going to work out. This is all going to be okay. And so he said, once you get to your destination, just send another message. And so when I got to the destination, Anita helped me out and she sent a message too. And then there was another girl at the retreat that also helped out. So I had a lot of support and I was like, okay, everything's going to be all right. And then the lady assured me that I could pick it up on the last day of the retreat, that I can just relax and support, the chakra yoga training and then pick it up on the last day. Oh, good. Everything's working out. Fantastic. So I trusted in that, knowing that is going to be the process and the journey. And I was like, okay, I can just exhale. And it was a beautiful training. So then on the last day, Anita's lovely husband says, I'll take you to go and get the laptop. So he drove me. I can't remember if it was 1 hour or 2 hours to the place they told me to go to get the laptop. We go, it's closed. It's like, what? And like they didn't tell us this part, and so it was closed. It's like, okay, well, and so we call and they tell me, oh, nope, it's closed. And nope, you can't get your laptop. Oh, your laptop's been sent to this other place now. And I'm like, what? So then it got sent to this other place, but they won't give us the address. And I'm like, well, now, so long story short, we have all these obstacle. And so now it's been sent at this collection warehouse that they won't give me the address. And they tell me the only thing that they can do at this point is locate the laptop and send it to me in the mail for, a certain price. And that's if they find it, because apparently there's so much stuff that gets returned to this warehouse. And I'm like, no, nope. And something inside of me, and this is the unstoppable voice that, thank you to my father. And Tony Robbins reminds me of my father so much. My father died when I was 19, thereabouts. I might have been 20, 21. My mom says, you weren't 19, you were older. And I can't remember, honestly. It was between 19 and 21 when my father passed. And so he instilled that unstoppable. He said, don't you ever give up on your dreams. Don't you ever let anybody else tell you no. Don't you ever give up. And when you have a failure, you just pick yourself up, you dust yourself off, and you go again. He would tell me, if one door shuts, it means another door is opening. And just pick yourself up and just go forward, go forward. My dad was amazing. I love him so much. And Tony Robbins reminds me of him so much. Like Tony Robbins is like my spiritual dad. And so now that Sage is doing She's Unstoppable, I'm like, yes, that's in alignment with my soul. So that voice came up so strongly. And something inside me was just like, no. So I called and I kept calling and I kept calling and I kept emailing and I kept emailing. I'm like, and the squeaky wheel gets the attention, right? So I get on the phone with the supervisor and he says again, nope, we're not going to give you the address. No, you cannot come and pick it up. And by the way, I had rearranged my flights. I had paid extra to take a later flight. It was like $200 extra for a later flight so that I could go and pick up the laptop. And now I'm hearing, nope, you can't come and pick it up. So, I had a fire burning in this unstoppable force that was growing stronger and stronger within me. And I was not going to let it go. I got no and no and no and no again. And the guy was on the phone with me. And I said, excuse me, stop right now. All I keep hearing you say is, no, it's not possible. No, that's not possible. I think you've said it about 10 times in our conversation today. And I'm letting you know that is not going to stop me. And I'm on my way. I'm on the train right now. I'm coming in your direction. I don't know exactly where this warehouse is, but I am going to find it. And I'm going to get my laptop and then I'm going to take it home with me. And that's that. And he says, well, it's not going to succeed. You're wasting your time because you will not be getting your laptop and you will not be finding the warehouse. And I said, well, you don't know me very well, sir, because that's not true. And then I hung up on him. And I thought, wow, like once you get a fire under me, there is no stopping me. So I go to the station. And granted, I don't know where I'm going. Okay. I am doing my best to follow the breadcrumbs, follow my intuition. And so I get there, and a lovely, lovely Wonder Woman I met gave me clues. She could not tell me everything, but there was enough clues to get me in the general location of where I was going. So then I just kept following my intuition and following the clues. And it was incredible because then my suitcase broke. I had to get a new suitcase. So I got a red one for the color of like Wonder Woman, superhero. Like I'm like, okay, my luggage is now broke, but everything's trying to stop me from getting my laptop, but I am not going to be stopped. And so I got this bright red luggage, put my stuff in the suitcase, and like right before it broke. So that was lucky. Then, so I followed the clues, and then I had one amazing person after another help me along my path. So just random people on the street walking said, oh, ma'am, do you need help? You look like you're looking for something. I said, yes, indeed, I am. I'm looking for this warehouse that stores all of the lost property for this train. Da, da, da. Do you know where this is? And I had these two lovely young men say, oh, we know where that is. We can help you. And I said, oh, that would be great. So then they helped me. And I just got the breadcrumbs left for me and these beautiful supportive people, guardian angels coming in and just supporting me finding my laptop. So, I'm in the middle of, I don't know where exactly. Never been there before. I don't speak Dutch. I'm an English speaker. And so all these Dutch beautiful souls, one by one, just came in, and then they couldn't totally get me there. And then other people came, and and then they started speaking Dutch to other people that then, eventually we got there. And this big door opens and nothing's marked, nothing's named. Like they don't want people coming to this place, right? There's no address, there's no names. And he opens the door, this guy, and he looks out and he goes, you must be Schamet. And I said, yes, I am. He goes, we've been expecting you. And I said, I know you have. He says, you actually found us. I said, I actually did. I told the guy that I was talking to. He goes, yeah, my supervisor. And he said, he told me that you might be coming. And I said, well, I told him I was, and here I am. And he laughed and he goes, wow, you're a very unstoppable woman that does not listen to no, do you? And I said, nope, I don't. He goes, well, come on in. And he gives me a hug. And the two of them start clapping. And they said, wow, you're a bit of a superhero around here right now. Amazing that you found us. We don't know how you did it, but you did. And he goes, and we started preparing. And I said, what do you mean? He goes, well, we've got your laptop. I said, you've got it right there. And he goes, we do. And so let us just get it. And I went, oh my God. And then I just started crying. I was, oh, thank you so much. He goes, this must mean a lot to you. I said, well, all my work is on it. Like, I can't work without my laptop. So all my work, all my personal information, like, everything is on that laptop. So yeah, it does mean a lot to me. My work is very important. And, I'm writing a book and that's on there and just everything's on there. And so I really want my laptop. And he goes, well, we got it here for you. It's your blessed day, but I think you've worked for it, haven't you? And I said, I certainly have. And so he actually took photos with me, and like he was so nice and he was so kind. And And yeah, it was incredible. It was such an amazing experience. And he says, you're going to go far in life if you keep on, being unstoppable like this. And I said, well, I just wasn't going to leave Amsterdam without my laptop. And thank you so much. And then so he gave it to me, and they have all three of them. There was three of them at this point. They all gave me hugs and like applauses and accolades, and like, so then I said, now I got to just find my way back, because I don't know where I am at. And he goes, oh, I'll take you. And I said, oh, really? And so he drove me, like he personally drove me back to the train station, and told me the directions of how to get home, well, how to get back to the main area of Amsterdam. So then I could catch my flight. And then after that, I had so many amazing experiences. They all said, you're a hero here. Thank you for not listening to no. It's so great. He goes, look around, by the way, and the warehouse was full, and I'm talking full of laptops and like lost property, like everywhere, just. I was like, oh God. So a lot of people don't get their stuff back, do they? It was like, no wonder my intuition was saying, get your laptop. Don't leave without it, because you will not see it again. And, I've since found out a lot of these companies, what they do is they keep everything and they sell it off. And so, I wouldn't have gotten my laptop back. And I knew it. And I knew to follow my intuition and follow that unstoppable voice inside of me that said, no, you cannot accept no for an answer. You have to get your laptop. The voice kept saying, if you do not get your laptop, you will not ever see it again. So do not be a victim to their bullying. And whew, I am so glad that I listened to my intuition. My intuition is the unstoppable voice inside of me. And that is why I teach about intuition. Now, my intuition has saved my life at times. That is another story for another episode. Not today, but I am going to be telling that one because that's a good one too. But yes, my intuition has saved my life. My intuition has saved the life of others. And intuition, that voice, whether it be whispering or shouting or nudging you, you always need to listen. It's really important. That unstoppable voice, my intuition, is what led me to follow the breadcrumbs, to allow the guides, the earth angels, to come and support me in my unstoppable mission to get my laptop. So then I get to Amsterdam, and this was the reward. In my feeling, it felt like the universe was giving me a big hug and saying, job well done. You've earned this. So I saw these beautiful cruises, because then I was early. And, because I had postponed my trip. Then I was actually a bit early because I got my laptop now quicker than I thought. So I had a little bit of time. I was like, oh, I want to go on one of these little kind of river cruises around Amsterdam City and see the sights. Like, I feel like I've earned it now. I'm going to celebrate getting my laptop. Like, I've done this. Good job. And I'm like, okay, I'm going to go on one. Yay. I'm so excited. So I did. So I go down and I make my way, and I got my little seat, and it's all these young people and like a whole bunch of people and everything. And um, then the guy comes up, and he's really charismatic, the guy working there, and he's like, ba ba da da da, and he's really like full of energy and everything. And then he goes, and this is my friend, and he introduced me. This is my friend Schamet, and it's her birthday today. And, part of me wanted to say, because I'm all about truth, say, oh, it's not my birthday today. But I realized, because he then winked at me, that it was like part of his, like, kind of whatever he was doing. Oh, that's right. There was some negative energy on the boat. These older couple were grumbling and making a bad energy. And so he was an uplifter, like an energy uplifter. And so he was trying to bring the energy up, because, it's full of people, and he's an expert at his job. He's an energy uplifter. So he was wanting to uplift the energy. So I just played along with him. I was like, oh yeah, it's my birthday today. And so then he goes, let's get everyone to sing you happy birthday. And I was like, okay. And so we got all these people singing me happy birthday. And I'm like turning red, but I thought, you know what? This is great. Like it just immediately brought the energy of everyone up. And then everyone was like so nice to me. They're like, oh, happy birthday and da da da. And I was like, oh, thank you. And I just kind of went with it. Like it was a little uncomfortable, but I was like, okay, I'm just following along with this performance to just kind of bring all the energy up. That's right. There was a negative guy, there was a crying baby, there was like all this, like, and then we're going to be on a boat, a crowded boat for a whole hour with these people. I'm just going to follow along and uplift the energy. And so, all these people, oh yeah, da da da. And I was like, oh la la. And it was beautiful. We had such a good time. It was such a great hour, like just high vibration, good energy. And then, he privately was like, thank you for playing along. And I was like, you're welcome. It was like, I guess it's my lucky day today being my birthday. And then I got all this special treatment. I got off the boat and I just felt so good inside about following my intuition, being in my power, not taking no for an answer, and truly being unstoppable. Now, I had already made a choice that if I did everything within my power to get my laptop and I still couldn't get it, that I knew I'd have to let it go. I knew that at the back of my mind. But I was not going to let go and surrender until I knew that I had done everything within my personal power to get my laptop back. And I feel, and I still feel so proud of myself and so grateful to my dad and Tony Robbins for being an inspiring energy of helping cultivate that within me. And, being grateful to myself for also listening to the wisdom, the knowledge of, not giving up on me. And the card that I wanted to share with you today is be true to yourself. Okay. And I'm going to just read this card because it's so beautiful. And this is a card that I pick for myself often. And I need to always remind myself to be unstoppable by being true to myself. So it says, step into the calming liquid light of the budding rose. In the stillness of her heart, she asks you to have the courage and strength to dare to be different regardless of what others think. You have a divine purpose. It is not theirs. As her buds reach for the life giving light, so must you. Allow your light to shine regardless of others who may try to undermine you and crush your creative ideas. It is time now to put your personal power into action. And so this card reminds me to believe in myself, to be true to myself. Everyone around me was saying, you're not going to get your laptop back. You're just going to have to let it go. But something inside me knew. I was like, no, that's not true. And I've applied that in all areas and aspects of my life. And, what I invite you to do is to know thyself, to know when and if that internal energy inside of you says, no, I am meant for more. No, what all they're saying, they're not right. Here he is, the supervisor, saying, no, we're not giving you the address. No, you're not going to find it. Good luck. Not getting any information from us because the answer is no. Only are we going to send it to you. And that's it. I'm like, no, that's not the reality I live in. And And I did say that to him too. I said, that might be the reality you live in, where you believe things can't happen, but I live in a different one and it is going to happen. Just you watch and see. Now, I did not meet that guy. I met all the people that are under that guy that, you know, believed in me and were so inspired by my belief in, you know, being unstoppable, really is what it comes to. Don't you let anyone tell you that you cannot do something if you know in your heart of heart that you can. You know, one of my mentors, she says, you might be a caterpillar and you know you're a butterfly, but everybody else only sees you as a caterpillar. They don't see the butterfly, but you know inside of you that you're a butterfly. No one else has to see that. You need to believe in you. So know thyself, believe in yourself, and be unstoppable. And that's my message for today to get you all geared up for the event. And I'll put the link in the information so you can attend. It's going to be great. I know it will. Sending you so much love and so much intuition and unstoppable energy. I'm also doing a free masterclass on intuition, why we sometimes don't listen to our intuition, why sometimes we, you know, kind of doubt it or not trust it. And I'll be sharing the 4 pillars of intuition to help you trust and listen to your internal navigation system, your internal GPS. It's going to be a great masterclass. It's free. I'll put the link in the information below as well. And I look forward to seeing you there. It is going to be in Zoom with me. And so you'll get to work with me, you'll get to meet me, and I look forward to meeting you and working with you. So, so much love.